They've become a familiar tactic in the war on terror.
A U.S. drone strike hits a big target in Pakistan.
A senior Taliban commander has been killed in a U.S. drone strike.
There's been another high-profile drone killing.
But are they working? We do know the U.S. has carried out a series of successful drone strikes aimed at al-Qaeda militants in Yemen, even killing the group's number 2, Anwar al-Awlaki. Yet the group's membership has gone from several hundred to several thousand in just a few years, and now seems stronger than ever. Yemen scholar Gregory Johnson says relentless drone attacks seem only to encourage extremism, and when the U.S. targets specific individuals, they're seen on the ground not as terrorists but as fellow tribesmen.
So you have people flowing into al-Qaeda, not necessarily because they share the same ideology of al-Qaeda, but just so that they can get revenge for their tribesman who's been killed in a drone or airstrike.
The Nation's Jeremy Scahill says it's something of a boomerang effect.
You can't launch these so-called signature strikes, killing people in pre-crime, in countries around the world, and think that we're not going to create a whole new generation of enemies that have an actual grievance against us.
In Yemen, the U.S. has launched 77 drone strikes since operations there began in 2010, with 9 suspected drone strikes since July 27th. The death toll from all of these attacks is estimated to be at least 600. Foreign Affairs argues the sheer number of these targeted killings is working for one reason, writing, "They have done so at little financial cost, at no risk to U.S. forces, and with fewer civilian casualties than many alternative methods would have caused." But with drones, some say, come unintended consequences. Most recently, the terror threat on American embassies in the region was believed to be a response to U.S. drone use. And the U.S. conducted 8 different drone strikes in just 1 week during the Muslim holiday of Ramadan, possibly further fueling anti-American sentiment. We heard this in Fareya al-Muslimi's chilling testimony before a Senate committee 1 week after a U.S. drone strike targeted his family's village.
The drone strikes are the face of America to many Yemenis.
In Al-Monitor, he explains why many Yemenis are angry with the U.S., writing, "The U.S. spends enormous resources on drone strikes that do little more than terrify impoverished villagers and provide undue publicity to al-Qaeda." It's worth noting there have been fewer U.S. drone strikes at this point in 2013 compared to recent years. For Newsy, I'm Elizabeth Hagenhorn.